About deployments with Kubernetes is they allow you to do what's called a rolling update. So let's say that you've just released a new version of your code and you want it to make it live. So the idea here is you don't want to take any services offline while that happens. So the rolling update is where you can release a new version and then take down the old one. So here's an example of an image. If we look here, rolling update. So um, let's see, is that the one I want to see? Yeah. So basically, we have the master. On the master controller, we define a deployment, and you can see that like these are my old ones that were running, but my updated app here is in purple. So we will bring that one live and then shut down the old one. So yay, that's doable. That's useful to make sure we don't have any downtime. So it allows us to promote an application from one environment to another, allows us to roll back too. And that factors into what they call continuous integration and continuous delivery, which is a big deal in DevOps and automation. So the service will only load balance to pods that are available. Again, we need to talk about services. A lot more stuff about deployments you can go read about and why you want to do it. But let's flip over and let's look at a YAML file, because that's where you're going to create one. So here's my deployment YAML file. It looks very similar to the pod specification in that I have an API version. We specify our kind as deployment. We specify metadata, some data about our deployment, some labels, maybe a name, and then we spec it out what it's going to consist of. So in this particular case, we're going to have 3 replicas. Again, the selector signifies what this is going to apply to, and then we can template out what our pods are going to consist of. So labels, and then we're going to spec the containers, Nginx, so forth and so on. So you don't actually put the word pod here, but that's in fact what it will create as a pod. Then when you're ready, you can say kubectl apply -f deployment, and it will create that, and kubectl get pods -o wide. We can see that that was quick. They're running, and then I can do a delete -f on that file, and it will delete that deployment. Pods are going down. They're gone now. And kubectl get deployments. Shouldn't see anything there either. No resources there. So again, you'll utilize these YAML files to interact with these deployments to create them.